Hey, what's going on, guys? Status RSPS here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Zaros. Now, Zaros, it's recently released, is the absolute most popular server potentially ever in RuneScape history, with almost 3,000 players online right now, and it's almost 7:30 p.m. at night, so super late at night. Tons of people are playing, and I thought that we'd do a hardcore Iron Man series on this, except we're going to be doing it as a pure. Now, I know a lot of people out there like Sohan and other people will be doing Iron Man series, but I thought that pure Iron Man might be a little bit different, especially with a hardcore. A lot of challenges for us. I think the main thing that I'm going to start off here initially is going to be a little bit of combat training, just so we don't get accidentally one-banged by something stupid. And then I'm immediately going to jump into skilling, such as agility. I would like to try to rush out 99 fire making if we can, and just do a little bit of total level grinding at the start. Achievements and everything would be nice. I'd like to get the Explorer's Ring 1, and you guys will see why eventually, but without a doubt, let's just hop right into this and see where we can get. First off is just getting a task, something easy. 74. We're gonna have to come back to that in a second. Hold up. 1.5 thousand XP for cooking chicken. That is ridiculous. So I just quickly got myself 20 attack and 20 strength. I'm gonna get myself a mithril skimmy from the Iron Man shop, just so that we can start training a little bit more efficiently. We do have enough HP to kind of kill skeletons. I mean, I'm gonna see how it goes initially. I'm not expecting anything too great. Oh my god, I lied. We're about to get KO'd by a skeleton. All right, never mind. This task is definitely gonna have to wait. We don't have it in us. So actually, no, I'm gonna go 52 prayer. Even though it's not necessary, it'll be helpful. So I'm gonna go do 52 prayer real quick. That'll get me 100k cash, and then we're probably gonna go from there. I think that'll be our best bet. So the reason I was contemplating this is because I didn't know if I wanted to go above 43 prayer, but now that I'm actually thinking about it, it'd be so much better off just getting 52. Even just a little bit of extra prayer will really help out, and it's still, you know, pure. I mean, I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary for a pure, so we're gonna get this done. It'll also help out initially early on. I can just pray against a lot of things, especially these goddamn skeletons. I might train up to 60 attack first. If you guys don't know, on Zaros, when you complete a quest, you get 100k coins, and that is super helpful. So already, and that is the completion of Restless Ghosts. I couldn't see how much XP there, but we went all the way up to 44 prayer already. Even if I didn't want to go any higher, well, 45 just to get that, but I definitely think I'm just going to get 52 for the sake of it. That is still really nice. 100k coins, a bonus XP book, and a crystal key. Let's go ahead and we'll go and restore our prayer and try out our first crystal key of the account. I'm not going to get my hopes too high. I mean, maybe some skilling supplies. I don't even know what you can actually get real quick. So let's see. So the best thing potentially maybe would be some supplies like a magic siege, dragon darts, arrows, some food even, some planks, diamonds, some runes. Runes would be really nice. Even steel bars or cannonballs would be really nice. Fingers crossed, something decent. 51 cannonballs. I'm not too mad about that. I'll probably be working towards the cannon pretty quickly as a peer. Alright, so I've decided that I'm going to go for woodcutting first, and the reason that I'm doing that is because there's a super easy way to make a lot of money and get 99 fletching really fast, so that's what I'm going to do here. I think it's probably the most profitable thing I can do, honestly, especially as early game as possible. I can try to make money and eventually save up for a Fury or things like that. Just having the spare cash will really be useful, especially if they potentially plan on patching this, which they really should, because it's an unfair way to make money. All right, so mithril arrow tips are 68 each, so let's buy like 20 of you. Please don't tell me it's patched. Oh no, you lose money on it now. Well, there goes our way of getting a free 99 fletching. However, I still think that it is probably the best way to get it. I don't see any other way being worth it unless you can manage to get a lot of bars somehow. Look at how much experience we're getting, like 6k each. That's still just tough. I mean, we're not losing a lot of... Don't attack. We're not losing a lot of money. I believe it's, what, 68 to buy them, and then it is 58. So we're losing 10 GP each. That's a really crappy thing. I wish I would have started this earlier. We're 1,000 points. Let's see where this gets us. That is almost laughable. Awesome. All right, well, after very long, I on and off for like days of trying to do this, I just had no motivation. Here is 99 fire making. That is a pretty easy 99, the first one to get. I will go ahead and just say good luck to this dude because he's been learning it, so thank you to him. But I'm probably going to jump into some combat now. I feel like skilling has just not been enjoyable for me at this moment, so combat or starting up birdhouses and farming is going to be my initial thing right now. So good luck to us. I'll fill you guys in when I finally decide. Alright, so I think I've got my game plan down currently. What I'm going to be focusing on initially is going through thieving. So I got 1 to 38 at the stall at Edgeville, and now we're over here at the Master Farmer. I want to stock up just a little bit of seeds and try to get my farming going. farming, I think it's going to be really important if I focus on birdhouses and farming early on. So that's going to be the main game plan. As you can see, we're getting a bunch of like random stuff. We have one Raynar seed already, which was really nice, and then we're getting some Guams and Tarum. It's not really much that we honestly need. I think most of our good seeds are going to come from Slayer. Truthfully, the Master Farmer just isn't the most reliable place to get them, but as far as early levels for farming and especially thieving, this is really good for us. I'm trying to get to at least 55, and then if I want to, I can go ahead and switch over to Arty Knights or something like that. But for right now, that is the current goal. We're going to thieve, we're going to do a little bit of farming, and probably get myself set up for birdhouse runs as well. Literally, I think I was like 30 seconds after that, and I got 2 Dwarfweed seeds, a Toadflax seed, Snapdragon, and Torstal. Literally like 4 new seeds right after I stopped recording, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, we got all those in the bank now. I will clear out bank space and everything later and kind of organize. Right now, I'm not too worried about it. We're going to immediately start with, where are they? The Guam seeds should be relatively... Alright, so we're gonna need Guam seeds and definitely gonna go for potatoes right off the bat just so we can just automatically get some good farming XP. So let's jump over to Edgeville, grab the tools that we need, and then we'll go on a quick little farm run, get that all set up, and see where we can get. So we needed at least 9 farming to be able to do our Guam seeds, so I went ahead and raked all these patches. We're gonna plant the 2 potatoes. We're not really worried about if they live or die. Honestly, it's just initial early XP that really matters to us. I did buy 3 buckets of compost from the farmer, also because they do give XP for using them, 900, which is a lot more than those potato seeds just gave me. We're probably going to do this patch, Falador, Catherby. I think those will probably be the easiest for me to get to. Since I have also gotten a few U seeds from doing 99 fire making, getting myself to a point where I could do trees, especially like willows and maples, I think I have a decent amount of seeds of those as well. That's going to help me out quite a lot. So people who don't know, I kind of forgot about this myself earlier. If you are trying to start off at Hunter, you would go to the scaling teleport, Hunter Feldip Hills. It'll bring you in right around here. You just got to run east all the way towards the beach, and then this is where we could start at level 1. Hunter is really slow on this server for some reason, or at least it is initially for me. So I do this, and then usually birdhouses are the best way to get your Hunter up at that point. So birdhouses, I believe if they're used, they're probably over 20,000 experience each or something like that, and it's really AFK. You get a lot of bird's nests for Cerebrus and everything, so it's definitely just the best overall AFK method to do it. Obviously, grind out how you will, but birdhouse runs are how I'm going to get most of my Hunter XP. First Hunter catch, and how much XP is it? 1700. That's actually really nice. We need 19, then we'll switch to tropical wagtails. I believe birdhouses are pretty early, so level 14 we can start oak ones, and I might just get to like 24 and go there. Just to have willow started, it won't take too long to do them, so it'll be pretty easy. We do need to get our crafting up a little bit and our smithing to start making the birdhouses themselves, but that'll be pretty easy right off the start. Alright, so that was only 3 catches to get me to level 21, so directly west of the beach is where the tropical wagtails are going to be, if you want to see on the map. Pretty south here, right by the Red Chinchompa hunting grounds. Really easy spot, just quick Hunter XP to get off the start, and then like I said, birdhouses are going to be the next goal. So I know I said that Hunter's a little slow at first, but if one of these birds don't go onto this, I'm going to lose it. It's been like 5 minutes and I've literally caught 1 bird. I honestly probably could get faster Hunter experience on old school at this point. So standard way of getting your crafting up early. God, I don't even remember what the first thing you can make is. It gloves? Awesome, we got that first try. So standard way of getting your crafting up initially, just like old school RuneScape. Server very much is similar, so we're gonna go ahead and do leather right off the bat. Can we make that? No, Jesus Christ, what am I even doing at this point? Boots, I guess. Maybe it's probably better off that I would look. What can I do now? 14, instead of just wasting this and actually making what's worth it. Leather bodies, awesome. So we got some early initial crafting levels. I'm going to get that up a bit more. So since we don't have runes or anything yet, we're going to go ahead and do glass blowing. Now the way that I'm going to do this, and the way that most people do early on, is I'm just going to have to buy the buckets and the seaweed and whatnot, or the soda ash, whatever, from the people over here on the docks. It's the best way to do it, truthfully. Going to Port Khazard is definitely better, but this is just where I'm going to grab it from initially. So we're going to go ahead and grab 10, 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to grab the rest right here. And then we would run back. Now, I'm going to switch over to Port Khazard just because that is going to be god-awfully slow if I do it there. So, truthfully, I ran all the way down here just to realize that I don't even really need that much crafting XP at the moment. Like, it really isn't anything that's super necessary. So, I'm just going to take these 40, and this 40 will probably get me to... I'll guess maybe 50 plus crafting. It's just going to be super simple. It's honestly not much that we need to do. Just use the bucket of sand on the furnace here, make all the molten glass. Let's see how much XP it is per one. 1,000 XP each. Oh yeah, this will be perfectly fine. We'll get everything that we need. Not only is it useful because in the future we'll have to make things like a glory or a fury or amulet of strength or anything like that, we also just need it for the early birdhouse runs, and birdhouse runs are so important overall, especially with brews in the future. Eventually I'd like to be doing raids on this account and everything, so it's all about the early game prep really snowballing into the late game. And already, so it's 1,000 XP to make that glass, and now it's 2,000 XP right away for these fish bowls, and we're about to be able to go up again even more XP to the unpowered orbs. Over 3,000 XP per time. Like, it's honestly really good and really fast. So ended that at 53 crafting. Pretty solid. So we need to get a pickaxe. I think we have an iron one. I know we can buy up to a mithril, and there's even a spot we can buy a rune if I'm not mistaken. Our mining and our smithing up. We need to get at least 30 smithing. Mining level is just whatever we get it to, so that's what we are initially setting out. But maybe we can at least get 5. I don't think we're going to be making an iron plate body here, but having at least 5 would be nice. All right, good enough. So let's go ahead and grab a hammer. I don't even know if I have one yet, but we'll grab a hammer. We'll go over to Varrock and see what we can make happen. So we can make bronze plate bodies. That's really good. That'll be one big XP drop. 3,000 XP. That's huge. And then we can just do, I guess, plate legs. Why not? And then as far as iron goes, we can't make any plate bodies or things like that. So I guess we'll do a battle axe and then just one more thing. Pretty close. Actually, we did get 30. That's literally everything that we needed. Awesome. If you guys don't know, for Ironman at the Woodcutting Guild, this is where you can get a rune axe. Only costs you 15k. Definitely, obviously, worth your time because getting a dragon axe will take a while. We're going to chop down 4 willow trees because we're going to be doing 4 willow birdhouses. And then we also need 4 oak logs for the sake of getting 4 oak planks. And I'll show you guys in the house exactly how to get these clockworks and start these runs. If you guys didn't know, for construction, you can actually do it at the Woodcutting Guild. There's a sawmill operator right here. This is where you buy your planks. We're going to be getting all of our oak planks. Let's teleport home. I'll show you guys how to get clockworks, and then we will start our birdhouse run for the first time. They're very AFK. You literally just set them up and then you never have to touch them again. Probably one of the best starter things, period, honestly. So I know it says it costs 100k, but it doesn't. So we can just build that right away. It actually costs you 10k. I don't know why it's jumped up so much, but it is what it is. So clock making space is where we're going to go. We need to build a crafting table 1. And then we will have to upgrade that into a crafting table 2, which only costs 1 molten glass. And then from here, we'll hit craft, and we will make clockwork mechanism. And we will do that 4 times. And then we never need to make these again. That's the best part about it. So once we go home, we're going to grab a chisel and we'll turn these into willow birdhouses. So we just use our chisel on the logs. It'll ask us about how many we want to make. Craft all these, which also gives you good crafting XP. So we're already at 54. And I'm going to show you guys an awesome tip here. So birdhouses require seeds, and a lot of times people don't want to sit there and thieve for them, which I don't blame you. It takes a while. The easiest way to do it is to come to Draenor and trade Olivia. She already has the seeds that you need. You can just buy 20 barley seeds, and then you go ahead and buy 20 hammerstone seeds, and that is all you need. It takes you 40 seeds for a full run. We just buy the 40 seeds that we need, and we never have to sit here and spend time thieving, unless of course you want to. So now to do this, we're going to go to Skilling Hunter House on the Hill, and this will be our first starting point. It's a little annoying at first because you have to unlock these mushroom trees, but I'll show you guys how to do them. Use this one just to go ahead and unlock it, and I'll show you guys how to get to the first birdhouse spot. Alrighty, so for birdhouse runs, it's really simple. These hunter symbols are going to mark them for you, or excuse me, these birdhouse symbols are going to mark these for you. So we have one right here, and then we have 2 right here, which are really convenient. So there's a teleport here for a mushroom tree and a teleport here. So normally you would teleport right into here, use your mushroom tree and go down here, do these 2, and then you teleport back up here. But we do have to unlock these first. So we're going to run all the way up to this one, and then I'll show you guys how to set up the birdhouses themselves. Alrighty, so to unlock the tree, you just have to click on it and use it once, and now it's forever unlocked for us. Super simple. So now that we have our birdhouses already built, you just click use on the space or build on the space, then you click your seeds and put 10 seeds in, and you're good to go. While we're here, we're going to run all the way down and set up the second one over in the swamp area, and then we will run over and unlock the second tree and the last 2 birdhouse locations. So here's our last spot. Let's go ahead and unlock this. So now we will never have to make those long runs again. We could just teleport around. So we're going to build our last 2 birdhouses, put our seeds in, and then we can go work on some other stuff. I'm probably going to go do a farm run, get my farming XP, because that's been definitely done for a while, and having it sit there is obviously not doing me any good. So let's go ahead and clear up our inventory a bit, grab our farming supplies, and try to get some more XP out of that. Well, that's pretty hype. Didn't expect the potatoes to actually go through, but both of them grew, and our I don't have a spade. That's really awkward. But our guam and both of our potatoes grew, so that's pretty hype. That's going to be a lot of XP for us. This also means now that we have guams, we can start the herbal grind. Both of these potatoes will probably be the most XP I get, honestly, compared to herbs. Herbs do not give you anywhere near as much. We managed to get 35 potatoes right there. So 35 at 450 XP. That was almost 16,000 XP for potatoes. That's huge. We're already 38 farming, slowly coming up on 40. No, we have dead guams. Oh, it hurts. The early gains are gone. It's all good. The Marintels hopefully will go through. Sometimes you just got to take the L, boys. That's tough. Unfortunately, the initial herblore supplies are really expensive. Iron newts are 350 each. So even to buy 20 of them, there goes 7k of our coins. We're basically broke right now. It's really tough. Once we start doing Slayer and stuff, we'll start bringing in some money. But wow, we are just poor. Poor is the best way I can put this. However, for the sake of gains, though, we are about to get a pretty good amount of herblore XP. And the faster we get this up, the better. Even just for basic attack potions, we're getting 1250 EXP each. Look at the herbal levels rain in from 0 to over 33 off of just the first 14. And then with these last 5, we will obviously jump up a bit more. Extremely worth it. And real quick, since all 4 of our willow saplings are done, we're going to quickly go ahead and get all of those planted. That'll be a huge buff for us as well. I can only have 3 favorites. Oh man, I'm really gonna have to donate now. Okay, we'll do that in a few. Just finished planting all 4 of our willow saplings. I'm gonna go ahead and donate for Super Donator. Mostly because there's a few things that I do want that I think will help out greatly with the account, and having Super Donator also allows us to complete 2 free medium clues every single day, and on the hunt for ranger boots and spiked manacles, that's going to be a really big help. So let's go ahead and donate, and I'll show you guys what I'm getting. With our $50 donation, this is what we got. We got the goldsmith gauntlets, ice gloves, an ash covered tome, magic secateurs, and 50 slayer's task skip scrolls. These are going to be really useful for obvious reasons. The goldsmith and the ice gloves are used for smithing. I'm going to be using a lot of that at blast furnace. That's how we're going to get 99, so I thought that was just worth it as a whole as a pure. The magic secateurs obviously for more herbs, make our herb runs a lot more efficient. And the ash covered tomes, you know, I didn't know about this, but if you have the fertile soil spell, which I'm fairly sure we can use, if not, I just wasted like 100 tokens on that. Let me make sure that I can even switch to the lunar spell book. That's really awkward. Huh. Okay. Well, that just made a lot of my plans a lot more difficult. So we wasted 100 tokens on that. Oh, well, you know, it's cool. Whatever. Not like I care anyways. But with that, if you had the, if you had 40 defense and you went with that, you were able to actually use a fertile soil spell. If you had volcanic ash in your inventory, it would make it into ultra compost. But we can't use the lunar spell book. That is really tough. Because that means now that crafting is going to be a lot longer of a journey. And that is just, wow, man, that puts a big damper on what I'm going to do. There's going to be a lot longer grinds than I hoped for in this series.